From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, March 29th, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.93 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,199 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $245. Antiwar.com reports Yemen's Houthi forces, which control the capital city of Sana'a and most of the nation's west coast, are continuing to make major gains across the nation's south and east in spite of a Saudi war against them. Saudi warplanes and those of their allies continue to pound Houthi targets across the country, focusing in particular on the capital, but other than reports of some civilian casualties and locals hearing a lot of explosions, it's unclear that the strikes are doing much to change the situation on the ground. Houthi leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi has vowed not to surrender to the Saudi attacks and slammed the planned invasion as unjustified aggression. Yemeni Foreign Minister Raed Yassin also urged the Saudis to finish their air war as quickly as possible. The Saudis have lost a warplane already in the war, an F-15 two-seater, and U.S. officials confirmed that a U.S. HH-60 helicopter from Djibouti was dispatched to rescue the pilots. Saudi Arabia began the attacks on Wednesday and has 10 nations cooperating in the war. They have some 150,000 ground troops positioned along the Yemeni border, and an unknown number of Egyptian troops are planning to join them from ship-based ports.
Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs is fully committed to being the hub of the nonprofit sector of the Bitcoin economy. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. UPI reports residents of Washington, D.C. lined up for free cannabis seeds Saturday in a giveaway resulting from last year's successful ballot initiative to legalize marijuana in the District of Columbia. The event, sponsored by the D.C. Cannabis Campaign, was held Thursday and Saturday and saw hundreds of D.C. residents over the age of 18 line up to receive and trade free seeds. More than 3,500 people signed up for the giveaway, which saw distribution at Libertine Bar and Restaurant on Thursday and at the D.C. Cannabis Campaign headquarters on Saturday. Legalization of marijuana for consumption and growth, known as Initiative 71, was passed 7-3 last November by D.C. voters who now join Colorado and Washington state in allowing use of cannabis for recreational purposes. The initiative, which went into effect in late February, allows D.C. residents to use cannabis out of view and to cultivate 6 seedlings and up to 3 mature plants with a limit of 12 plants per household. D.C. police were present at the giveaway but did not interfere. Police spokeswoman Gwendolyn Crump told the Washington Post after the event, "Seed sharing is not prohibited." For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports a Los Angeles commuter train struck a car that turned in front of it near the University of Southern California campus on Saturday, derailing into a major thoroughfare and injuring 21 people, 2 of them seriously. The car, a silver Hyundai Sonata, was left crumpled and unrecognizable and pinned against a pole along the tracks by the collision shortly after 11 a.m. Pacific time. The lead train car jumped the tracks, crashing through the metal fence and across a grass-covered median before coming to rest in the middle of Exposition Boulevard. The operator of the 3-car Metrolink train suffered serious injuries. The driver of the Sonata had to be removed from his car with the jaws of life and was in grave condition. 19 other people suffered minor injuries and 10 of them were transported to hospitals for treatment. Authorities said an initial investigation showed that both the train and the Sonata were traveling eastbound on Exposition Boulevard when the Sonata turned in front of the train and was struck, dislodging the lead car from the tracks when it became wedged against the pole. Officials said the investigation would determine how fast the train was going at the time of the collision, but typically the train would travel through that stretch of track at about 35 miles per hour. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.